In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a stress-free coiled basket and teach you how to do this spiral stitch and then add in a V-stitch. I will be using 3/8 inch rope and my Solterra yarn in the color Island. When using rope, I like to untwist it just a little bit so that when I taper the end, I start by cutting one section, and then the next section will be a little bit less. And then on this last part here, I'm just going to trim a little bit of that off. Now it is ready to go. I have cut a handful of my yarn and I will place one end through my darning needle. And then I'm just going to go like this to make sure there's no knots. It doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed, always keep your materials on the opposite side of each other to avoid any tangles. So this is going to be a stress-free basket because I am not going to make sure that everything is completely covered and as tidy as I normally would. To begin, place the side opposite of the needle over your filler cord like this. I'm going to go in just a little bit. I don't want to start my wraps right at the end where I cut. So I'm going to just begin wrapping like this. Again, I am not making sure that it's all completely covered and super neat because I want the exposed look of this rope. Once I have about 1.5 inches covered, I will take this end and fold it down. And then I'm going to hold this all together, take this piece, and continue wrapping. Now I will take this end and fold it down again. When I fold it down, it lines up with the hole. So I'm going to take my needle and from the bottom, pull this through. And then I'm going to wrap over my filler cord for a double wrap. Double because it's going over 2 rows. And then I'm going to wrap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then take my needle and go through the hole again. And I'm going to just repeat this all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, go in with the needle. One, two, three, go in with the needle. So I wouldn't really do this technique with the exposed rope if I was using my cotton filler cord. I just really love the combination of this jute with this rope. And that completes round 2. So from the center, I see that I did 1, 2, 1, 2. If you look right here, this is going to start round 3. So 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to wrap it 4 times. And now I will place my needle right here in between these 2 rounds. The reason I did 4 wraps instead of 3 is because I'm coming closer to where I'm about to stop counting, and I just wanted to bring this over a little bit further. So now I'm going to show you how to add in a new piece. I'm going to bring the old tail to the front like this, grab a clip to hold it in place, and then cut a new piece of yarn. Now I will just pull this over to the side like that, grab the new piece, and just lay it on the other side. I like to hold it closer to the double wrap for extra support. Take your yarn and just start to wrap again. So that's 4, and then I'll go in again with my needle right here. And then just continue wrapping. So for the rest of this, I am just going to keep wrapping until I am close to the center in between these 2 stitches on the previous round. Right there. And that's all I will do for this round. Continue wrapping until I am centered, and then I will show you what to do next. I wanted to take a moment to just show you some of the baskets that I have made using this Solterra yarn. It is such a beautiful jute and it really gives a beautiful texture to your baskets. So here's one coiled basket. I did this rectangle style basket. I mixed it with my hemp cord. Here's just a regular round one. This one I added in a fun handle design. I did a stress-free crochet vase. You already saw this one. And then I also did this coiled vase. I mixed it with my nettle yarn at the bottom. For all of the baskets I just showed you using this island color, I am still on the same roll. So a little really does go a long way. So I am ready to start the sides. I've only done 3 rounds, and that is because I want to give this some kind of shape. Maybe not quite a vase, but something a little bit different than my regular round baskets. So I will continue my wrapping with just a stress-free style, not really focusing on if it's all even. Now I'm going to pull up on my filler cord. And normally I go at a slight angle. This time I'm going to pull it up over the previous round. And I want to make sure that these wraps are nice and tight. This is what's going to help give this basket good structure. And if you feel that you need to add in some extra stitches, go ahead, and you can also add in a figure 8 stitch. So I'm just going to continue my wraps. Again, making sure that I'm pulling this tight as I wrap over the filler cord. Okay, I'm going to add in a new piece and then continue this round this exact same way, just pulling it directly over the previous round. Okay, I finished that round, and I'm going to continue doing this exact same thing for several more rounds to get this higher. But all I'm going to do is just stack on top of this. This is going to be just kind of straight up. So I'm going to do it for several more rounds and then show you how to add this in so it's closer to the top. I have completed 11 rounds, and I have enough for 2 rounds and maybe a little bit of a design in the front for this basket. So I am just going to do that spiral stitch that I did at the top here, which is just me taking my yarn and going at an angle, and then I just place my needle like I normally do and pull this through, and then I'm going to try to evenly place these all the way around, and all I am doing is going at an angle and pulling through. You want to make sure that you pull down nice and tight so they don't really slide around. As I'm wrapping, I am making sure that when I pull this down tight, I'm leaving this rope still going straight up, because if I don't focus on that, I will end up pulling it in towards me, and that's not what I want. So if you did want to shape this more like a vase and go in, all you have to do is pull this filler cord in for every round. That is how you shape all baskets, just by how you pull this filler cord. Now for this next round, I am going to do this V-stitch. So to do that, I am going to take the yarn and bring it next to this stitch right here. I'm going to place my needle on the left, pull that through, pull down nice and tight, and then I will take the yarn and go directly over it so that I'm crossing it like that. And I'm going to place the needle on the right side this time. On the first wrap, it was on the left. This time is right here on the right. And then just go straight in, pull it through. Pull nice and tight. And it created that V. So again, go to the next wrap. Place your needle to the left. Go ahead and pull it through. Cross it over. And then place your needle to the right. Check your stitches as you go so that you can adjust them if needed. So this one looks a little bit far over, so I'm just going to slide this over just a little bit before I do my stitch. Take a look, I can just go like this to open it a bit. And that is what I'm going to repeat all the way around. Okay, I finished that round and they are pretty evenly spaced. It's not perfect, but they look good enough to me. So you could just go around and go like this to every single one just to kind of make them look a little neater. I, instead of bringing it to the front, I'm actually just going to end it right here. And I have just a little bit of this left. Just go ahead and cut this off, but I'm going to do it straight. So I'm just going to go like this. And then add a few wraps. You don't have to do this if you don't like the way that it looks. You can do any kind of ending. You can watch more of my tutorials to see other techniques that I've used. I wanted to just leave this exposed because it goes with the organic flow of this basket. Okay, that's good right there. And now I'm going to take my needle and go back and weave this through. This actually pulled some of the filler cord, so I'm just going to take my needle, bring it back out. Take my scissors and trim. All of the materials that I used will be linked in the description box below. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.